City Council members look to put Watertown on the map when it comes to its marketing. We speak with the council to get their thoughts on how to get the word out about Watertown. Plus, winter weather rocks the West Coast as heavy rains and even snowfall finds its way as far south as San Diego. But first, Watertown City Police say Sunday morning's shooting on Arsenal Street was not a random act. Good evening, thank you for joining us. I'm Zach Grady. Brendan Straub is off today. One shot was fired just before 3 a.m. Sunday morning, injuring 2 men in the city of Watertown. City police tell 7 News that at 2:40, a single bullet was fired at the Sip and Q pool hall on the corner of Arsenal and Massey Streets. One man was struck in the abdomen, with the bullet passing through and striking another individual in the buttocks. Both men were transported to Upstate University Hospital in Syracuse. One was treated in the ER and listed in stable condition, while others remain in critical condition, but is also listed as stable. Watertown police say that no arrests have been made. However, they do have a single person of interest at this time. The police do not think this was a random act. Witnesses with any information can call police at 315-786-2601. In Lewis County, Lewis County sheriffs are investigating. Dean Cole, age 54, of Cameron Mills, New York, was traveling west on Flat Rock Road. Police say Cole exited the north side of the trail and struck a tree. Other individuals on scene performed CPR until arrival of first responders. Cole was taken to Lewis County General Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Martinsburg Fire, Lewis County Search and Rescue, and New York State Police aided the Lewis County sheriffs. California is getting a temporary break, but the West Coast from Sacramento to Seattle is under winter weather alerts. CBS's Joy Benedict has the latest from the Golden State.
Roads shut down due to rock slides. Apartments red tag deemed unsafe to live in due to toppled trees. And major freeways closed because of heavy snow and dangerous ice. California gets a temporary break to assess the damage before another storm slams the state. The rains have been relentless and prompted several swiftwater rescues, including this one in Pasadena. About 30 miles north in Santa Clarita, RV owners are keeping a close eye on their homes after a cliff collapsed, sending 3 into the river below.
It's devastating.
Heavy snow in some areas up to 6 feet, stranded many, including on California's Grapevine, the major artery connecting the southern and northern part of the Golden State. Smaller highways were also impassable.
He got up here and he was out there and he's like, oh God, we're gonna die.
The freezing storm left many shivering and surprised to see snow in such normally sunny spots of San Diego and Los Angeles.
This was your first time seeing snow?
Yes.
Like ever?
Ever. 48 years, like ever.
But the storms do have an upside. They have helped move California out of the most extreme drought category. Joy Benedict, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Let's head over to the Weather Center now with our own Kris Hudson to see what the weather's going to be like here in the North Country.
Well, Zach, we've been seeing a few snow showers throughout the day today, and that's still continuing for some locations. Now, it hasn't really amounted to anything, but some locations are seeing a little bit of a moderate snow right now in St. Lawrence County. But first, weather is brought to you by Doors Plus in Adams Center. Here closer home, though, you can see most of the snow is confined to St. Lawrence County. Now, over the next couple of hours, as the snow band continues to move on through, for us here in Jefferson and Lewis counties, we'll see the snow as well. It's not going to amount to much of anything. Could cause a few slick spots on the roadways. Tomorrow, though, it's going to be a nice day, but more snow comes in the forecast late in the day, and we have a winter storm watch for portions of the North Country, so I'll have details on that coming up in just a few.
Thanks, Kris. I mean, kids were definitely getting a chance to take advantage of it, as students were getting one last shred in before heading back to school as winter break comes to an end. Dry Hill Ski Area owner Boo Wells says this week's turnout was tremendous. It was nice to see some kids getting to ski from open to close all week. Several came out Sunday to ski with fresh flurries on the ground. The Hill hosted events throughout the week, including a rail jam on Saturday and a Mardi Gras celebration.
It's been a great week. It's been so fun. The snow has helped tremendously. So far, the most popular day I think was Mardi Gras, but it may have been Cowboy Thursday, but it's been fun. Everyone seems to really like a theme.
The owners say they plan on keeping the slopes open as long as people continue to come out to the hill this season. Dry Hill hosts an EMS Appreciation Day on Friday, March 3rd. Still ahead tonight on 7 News, we speak with members of Watertown's council to get their thoughts on the idea of hiring a marketing director for the city. And Rob Krone's got your North Country sports report. The St. Lawrence men's hoops team went to overtime with RPI in the Liberty League Championship.
From the North Country's news station, you're watching 7 News Tonight with Brendan Straub. Weekend weather with Kris Hudson. And your North Country sports with Rob Krone.
Getting the city of Watertown on the radar, council members agree that increasing the city's marketing presence should be a priority, but differ in the way that they want to do so. 7 News reporter Sandy Torres spoke with some on council to get their ideas on how to put the city back on the map.
Watertown City Council member Cliff Holey says the city should consider hiring a marketing director.
They would be a public relations person as well as being a marketing strategist.
Why? To gain more exposure for the city of Watertown's downtown scene, its eateries and recreational activities, like its latest purchase, the Thompson Park Golf Course, formerly known as the Watertown Golf Club.
The whole point of this is to have a director and a budget. Next year, we have a solar eclipse of the park in 2024, April, and I think that we need to start focusing on that event.
Holey says the city currently promotes its recreational activities through its Parks and Recreation Department, but says this isn't enough advertising, and that if a marketing director were to step in, it will bring more tourism and perhaps more revenue to Watertown.
We want to understand what more can be done to bring more tourism here. And to develop the river and the park, as we've already got plans to do, is going to be an essential part of what it is.
Councilmember Sarah Campo-Pierce says she likes the idea of marketing the city, but not by hiring a marketing director. Instead, she says a more cost-effective take, creating an internship or simply building a stronger relationship with the Downtown Business Association.
From my standpoint, let's explore those types of partnerships before we go and add another position and add to the taxpayers' expense.
As for council member Lisa Ruggiero, she says perhaps current staff could help promote the city's activities and events without creating a new paid job position. Sandy Torres, 7 News.
Well, Kris, we got snow on the ground again, but it hasn't been staying before. Are we going to see it, or are we going to have green grass again this week?
Well, we're seeing some snow out there, and I think we have more snow in the forecast, so details on that coming up next.
Now, tonight's weather.
Well, we've been seeing some snow, and if you see the camera right back behind me, you can see it's snowing as well in some portions of the North Country right now. Let's go ahead and take that camera full. It's in Potsdam at Clarkson University. You can see some of the snow falling right there, and it is falling for other locations as well, mainly in St. Lawrence County right now. So let's go ahead and pause the radar, zoom on in to St. Lawrence County. We can see exactly where the snow is falling. So it's around Fine to Fowler, Oswegatchie, seeing some snow, Governor. Potsdam, it doesn't really show much for you, but you are still seeing a few snow showers out there, and then over towards Hammond, Briar Hill, and then up towards Ogdensburg, seeing a little bit of snow showers out there as well. So this is going to continue over the next couple of hours, and then Jefferson and Lewis counties will see a little bit of snow as this continues to move on through. Watertown, we're not really seeing any snow right now, so it is calm for us, and those temperatures aren't that bad either. 27 degrees with some clear skies for Watertown. Other locations seeing a little bit of cloud cover, though, as the snow continues to move on through. Now, the snow that we have tonight isn't going to be that big of a deal for us. It's just going to be kind of a burst of snow, maybe a couple of inches for some locations where it's heavier. All of us are pretty much in the 20s. 24 degrees, a very popular number. Tupper Lake, Wanakina, and Brazier Falls, Messina also all at 24, and then also for Burns Corners at 24, and then 25 for Ogdensburg and for Canton. So really not that bad out there tonight. Temperatures will be dropping down into the teens, maybe close to the single digits tomorrow morning. And that's where we were this morning as well. 2 degrees for Watertown, 35 the high. Now, of course, that is near our average high, but nowhere close to our records for today. So really wasn't that bad of a day. We still have a winter storm watch for Lewis County from 6 p.m. Monday until 6 p.m. on Tuesday. That's because we do have accumulating snow in the forecast. It's going to be more meaningful for some locations. So kind of timing this out for you. Going overnight tonight, the snow showers that we have out there come to an end by early tomorrow morning, dealing with some cloud cover. But that cloud cover does not last that long. We actually see a little bit of sun throughout the day on Monday. By noon, temperatures are in the 20s. Wind's a little breezy at times. We have some high, thin clouds, so we do see a little bit of sunshine throughout the day on Monday, and then more clouds building on in by 6 p.m., and that's ahead of some snow that's going to come into the forecast overnight Monday into Tuesday. And you can see by Monday at 10 p.m. that snow starts moving on in, and it kind of continues as we go overnight towards Tuesday morning. Widespread by Tuesday morning, heavy at times for some locations, and it continues pretty much all day long on Tuesday off and on until coming to an end by the evening hours. So more snow is in the forecast. How much are we talking about for Monday night into Tuesday? Well, that blue shaded area, 2 to 4 inches, and then the darker blue, 4 to 8 inches, are locally higher amounts. This will be a heavy wet snow, so do take mind of that, which will be good for snowmobiling, for building those trails back up after we lost a lot of the snow that we did have out there. As far as that extended forecast, we can see rain and snow in the forecast for most of this week. The most important one to watch, other than Monday night into Tuesday, which is more of a nuisance system than anything, is going to be Friday into Saturday. Indications are still saying that we could see a winter storm moving on through Friday and Saturday. If it has a more northerly track, we get quite a bit of snow from it. If it has a southerly track, then we don't see as much snow. Either way, it does look like Syracuse could finally see a little snow this year.
Well, it's nice to see a little snow staying on the ground. You know, most of the time we've gotten it, and it's been 60 degrees the following weeks.
Yeah, we'll get it, and then it'll warm up and it'll melt, but it's sticking around for now.
And we'll stick around and be right back with your lotto winning numbers. Your Sunday winning numbers, the daily 093 and the win 4932. The 54th annual NAACP Image Awards ceremony took place Saturday night with Queen Latifah as host. The event culminates a week-long tribute to excellence in film, TV, music, and literature. 23-time major winner Serena Williams was honored with the Jackie Robinson Award. Future NBA Hall of Famer Dwayne Wade and superstar wife Gabrielle Union Wade received the President's Award. The WNBA's Brittany Griner also made an appearance Saturday night. Griner spent most of 2022 in a Russian prison before being freed and returned back to the U.S. late last year. And Goodfellas star Ray Liotta was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Liotta died suddenly in his sleep in May of 2022 at age 67. His daughter accepted the honor on his behalf Friday, the same day his latest and last movie, Cocaine Bear, releases in theater. Cocaine Bear director Elizabeth Banks and former colleague Taron Egerton were both on hair for the event.
Great actor.
Rob, what are we looking at tonight in sports?
We are looking at a lot of stuff. We are looking at girls sectional basketball, men's college basketball, women's college hockey. We got all that and more coming up next. Don't go away.
Now your North Country sports.
It's time for your Toyota Sports Report. The defending Section 3 Class B champs and top seed General Brown Lady Lions looking for a return trip to the Section 3 Class B title game at Onondaga Community College, where they faced West Hill in the Class B semifinals. First quarter, Lily Dupie hits the three to open the game, part of a 9-1 Lady Lions run. It's Dupie with the drive for two, General Brown up 15-11 after one. Second quarter, Ainsley Fuller comes up with the loose ball for the bucket. This game tied at 28 at the half. Third quarter, Fuller gets the basket and she's fouled. General Brown down 40-36 after three. Fourth quarter, it's Corey Nichols with 2 of her 13 points, but West Hill knocks off top seed General Brown 50-46. College hoops, St. Lawrence hosting RPI in the men's Liberty League championship game. First half, Will Engelhart gets the scoring underway with a three. Saints up 3. Then it's Trent Adamson with the baseline drive. Saints still up 3. Saints running. Trey Soroka gets the bucket. St. Lawrence by 5. Soroka hits the circus shot in the paint. Saints by 4. Engelhart buries the 3 from the corner. This game goes to overtime, tied at 42. In OT, Engelhart hits the jumper, putting the Saints back up 2. St. Lawrence holds RPI scoreless in overtime and wins the Liberty League title 50-42. Copenhagen wrestler Chase Nevels received the red carpet treatment today as he returned home a state wrestling champion. On Saturday night in Albany, Neville's won the Division II championship at 118 pounds, joining Dempsey Carroll as the only Golden Knight wrestlers to claim state titles. Neville's, a junior, says the support from the community is overwhelming.
They all support me and they all behind me, and just having them behind me just made it that much easier to wrestle, you know, knowing that I have a lot of people back home supporting me.
Yeah, it was truly amazing, you know, for the whole community and everybody around to be here to support Chase and congratulate him on quite an accomplishment of winning a state championship.
On the ice, Clarkson and Cornell meeting in the third and deciding game of their ECAC opening round playoff series at Shield Arena. Second period, Clarkson down 1-0 when Gabriel David sticks the backhand home, tying the game at 1. Then it's Haley Wynn sticking home the loose puck on the doorstep. 2-1 Clarkson. Clarkson goes on to beat Cornell 4-1 to win the series, 2-1 and advance. Meantime, in Hamden, Connecticut, St. Lawrence meeting 8th-ranked Quinnipiac in the third and deciding game of their ECAC opening round playoff series. Only one goal in the first period. Julia Gosling sticks home the rebound. St. Lawrence up 1-0 after 1. This game goes to OT, tied at 1, where Sadie Peart scores the game winner. Quinnipiac beats St. Lawrence 2-1 in OT and wins the series 2-1. Well, the St. Lawrence men's lacrosse team once again find themselves ranked in the preseason top 20 and are looking to build on last year's success as they get set to open their 2023 season this week. Coach Mike Mahoney's team is coming off a 2022 campaign that saw the Saints post a 14-5 overall record, 5-2 in Liberty League play, and advance to the second round of the NCAA tournament. The Saints returned 13 seniors and 3 graduate students from last year's team, and Mahoney likes the mix of veterans and youth on this year's roster.
I think we've got a nice mix of returners and some young guys that are looking for the opportunity, and I think that balance is always exciting as you head into a new year, and certainly to see that in the game context will be important, and it gives us a chance to evaluate early on.
The Saints returned 2 of their top 3 goal scorers from last year in Judge Murphy and Mark Mahoney, and have a number of key players back on a defense that allowed just under 10 goals a contest, led by Joe Scarfy. Despite some key losses due to graduation, the players feel like this year's roster is a balanced one on both the offensive and defensive side.
I'd say we're pretty well balanced. I mean, we've got a pretty tight-knit team who's started to come together, so I think that'll be one of our main strengths going into the year.
You know, I think we have a very well-rounded team. I mean, like, no surprise, obviously we lost some key guys, but on the flip side of that coin, we bring back some really good guys, really good players, and then some other young guys expected to make some big leaps and step into some very large roles this year. So we're very excited for that, and I feel like we're pretty balanced on both sides of the ball and kind of excited to see where that takes us this season.
The Saints' 2023 schedule includes 2 non-league games against top 25 teams and 2 league contests against RIT and Union, 2 teams that squared off in last year's Division III National Championship game. Mahoney says such a daunting schedule makes every game an important one this season.
It says a great deal about the conference. I think what it does, and it's something we really impress upon our guys, is to not take any game for granted. Every game's important, from February 28th to, you know, however long you can play into May. There's no game that we can take off. We've got to try to earn every opportunity that we get, and you know, but that's part of the challenge of a conference that we play in.
The Saints open their 2023 season on Thursday when they travel up Route 11 to face SUNY Potsdam in a non-conference game.
All right, my friend, let's do a little trivia. Yeah, a lot going on locally. We didn't get a chance to talk about the Lakers National League, come back from 27 down, beat the Mavericks. So, Rob, what's the biggest comeback in NBA history?
Which team holds the record? I have no clue. I'm going to say the San Antonio Spurs.
Right conference. It's the Utah Jazz, actually. 36 points back. 1996 came back victory over the Denver Nuggets.
I was young back then.
I was there too. We're both young back then, so we'll be right back after this. For Rob and Kris, this has been 7 News Tonight. Mackenzie's back in the morning with 7 News this evening. Have a good day.